Hi all. So in this video, we will going to see how the FET Quest expense tracker is going to help us. So normally we use some apps to store our expense and day-to-day expense to know where our money is going and how we are spending and whether we are spending too much or we have some impulse buying and all. So this FET Quest expense tracker will help you to know where your money is going, and it's completely local. Like you no need to install some apps where your data is going to some third party and they are using your data. So it is completely based on the Google Sheet, or we can also use database if required. For now we have created with the Google Sheet so that it can be a long-term benefit. So if you're going with database and if you're having the authority to control it for a long time, you can go with the database also. But for the moment at the right now, we are using the Google Sheet because it's going to be with you for a long time and you can able to see your data and visualize your data for a quite a median of time. So to start with our our expense tracker, this is our project and this is our UI. So here we have the our username and password here. So here you can give your username and followed by the password, and when you give login it's going to open our login page where you can able to see it's in the UI. Like we have added a kind of different kind of an expenses here. uh, One is for home expense and personal expense, and if you have any reserve, your savings, and if you're going to add some savings and and your investment and reports. So this is the kind of an a small overview for for a family level expense tracker. So in case if you're going with you can add for your enterprise or your startup. So it's going to help you to um, you know like to- it's going to track your expense. So and if you have prefabricated formulas and to get the what is where money is going, and it also integrated with the AI to give some report like how you spend and how it can be reduced and how the remaining fund can be utilized. So we have done those kind of activities at the back end to help you use your expenses and benefit it from out of it and also save the money. So so here we have some categories, so which means day to day you may be buying some different kind of category for your home expenses. So here the two difference between home expense and personal expenses, for a family what you are spending and personally what you are doing. Like you may have EMIs and other two percent money to pay or money to get back. So those kind of expenses will be added here. When I go to home expense, it's going to be between your entire family, how much money is going out of you to your family for rent, for maintenance, for day-to-day kind of day-to-day expenses to buying some grocery items and other necessary essentials and perishable items and all. And purchase from reserves, when you're going to buy something like a car or or any of these small changes to doing your in your house with your saving, with your saved money, you can do from purchase from reserve. And savings is like something you are going to save, maybe it's from the previous month follower or amount. And investment is like how much you are going to invest in the gold or equity or mutual fund. So those kind of things will be saved here. And the report section is going to give you a complete and a chart based report, how much you spend for each categories. And here so listed categories will be here, you can select grocery, vegetable, gas, fuel, rest and tickets. So it can be added as per the required. So here just populated a few things. And if when go to personal expenses, as I mentioned, it's completely individual independent. So we can see some data we are having, like how much you are going to provide here. So purchase from reserve again, it's something like I'm going to give some lent or some money come some I'm buying some money out of my savings, electronics items, furniture, and those things. So savings will give something my last month pass over month I gift or something, someone I got gift from some money from my parents or my grandparents, so I can save it over here. And investment is going to how much you're going to invest in the equity, bonds, and mutual funds. So it is going to give you here. Report session will come last, and I'll show the entire report, and how an report can be viewed here. So to add some home expense, I came here and I gave to grocery, and I added some 200 rupees on something, and I say I brought batter and some kind of an wheat flour, something like that. So and here I'm going to say submit. So when I give submit, it's going to run, and it's going to data will be inserted in our worksheet, or it can be database. The same thing, like when I go to my personal expenses, and when I give reset, it's going to completely reset the one. And when I give my expenses, it's going to give like where you spend money, and here. So here I'm going to like if I go if I spend some ticket for my entertainment on some watching some movies and all with my friends. So I can add a ticket here, kind of a movie, or you can name the movie, which movie you went, and when you give submit, it's going to add the data to your sheet here. So right now the same thing, like you can do for your purchase from reserve and savings, and how much you saved the money for the current month, and from your salary or anything. So investments and the reports here. So now we are going to go to the report session, where I will going to show the how the report has been created. So I already have some data. I mean, I have populated with some pre-populated data, sample data and all. So it's completely an fictional data. So if you see here, so this is my July data, and I'm going to give like expenses, like total expenses, and um, so it's like how much you spend totally. It is 16,490, and right now available is around 5,510, and total home expenses. So you allocated some fund for your home expenses, and totally it was around 26,000, and you have remaining kind of 3,004 405. So in even you usually reserves, and some you bought something with reserve with 5,000 rupees, and you have made an investment of 5,000 out of this month. So this is just an overview of like a kind of an how many money you left with, and how money you spent for each item. And again, it's a fictional data. It can be changed, or it can be updated as per your spending pattern and your salary or any of your money income. So here, if I click a day-to-day expenses, you can able to see like how much I spent, like whatever I'm going to give input there, whichever input I given here, it will be populated down here. So if you see, like last I have given the better end of it for here, and it has added as around 200 rupees. And this can be, you can see like a category where I spend the money, like grocery, or I bought some egg or something like that. So here, when I give my view by expense by category item, I can able to get some a value for each category, not for the individual items. So category, like for total grocery, I have spent around 6,209 for this month. So and for food, which I brought from outside, I mean from I spent for restaurant or hotels, and I brought around it's come around 985, and something like that. Some vegetables around it got 408. And here I make some formulas. We can make some formulas, like how much budget you want to initially I have planned for 3,000 rupees, but it crosses the budget of 3,000. And some other expenses with something like under I know some expenses, like you kind of a miscellaneous expenses that so added here. So it crosses 2,000 rupees per month. So I want to make sure like where the money spent, so that here we can able to get that one. So here you can see, like it's completely a graph, a chart, like to know where that amount is from where the measure of your amount is got spent. And you can get them idea over here. Like here we have the expenses type, and here we can able to see the complete expenses. So if you click double click on that one, you will see like where your money is spending. So those kind of you can able to get those data to be more familiar with it. The same thing for personal expenses. So when I click for the personal expenses, it will give my day-to-day activity, like I have paid a bank EMI, and pharmacy and good investments, and so the same thing, like I have, it's going to get a category, like how much I done for each of the individual properties here. And this is around, again, it's a category by chart, like for home expenses, I have allocated 26,000, and for the EMIs, and for mutual funds, mobile recharge, and savings, I have made 10K saving for this month. It will be there. So this is our report. Will come last once I completed this portion, like this is where saving, which I mentioned 10K rupees here. This 10K has been part of the saving now. and reserve. So I can say, like, I know I initially, like, consider that I have made some kind of work for my old laptop where I did some SSD replacement. So this one, I paid out of my reserves, which is saving. So I just added here. And if you come here, this is my investment, journey. Like, I this month I have invested around 2K on the gold and 2K on the mutual funds, and around 1.5 on the equity investment, like direct stocks I have brought. So this will be get we will able to get those things here. So this is how the chart will give us have a good look. So, like, where the most of your funds are going and how you can able to control the funds. So now, if you come now, let's come to our AI report. Like, how that our now it's going to give some summary of our expenses here. So now when I click on generate a home AI report, so it will just analyze our entire home spending, and it is going to give you a kind of an chart, a summary, like what went where and how can we reduce it. Again, it's completely modifiable, and right now it is just showing an overview. So if you see, like, it's saying like I have spent around 14K on the rent and groceries. It's such it just needs some closer attention. So it's the AI, and with our able to understand that there is something is over above and it has to be reduced. So it's kind of high budget categories here. So unnecessary and repeated items. So instead of buying at the single, kind of an holistic, I brought it for each day. So this one is showing like better to purchase and to purchase together than individually, like lack of planning here. And I used to take a tea outside, so like I'd spend some amount here, so it can be avoided to save money. And again, multiple grocery purchase and scooter service I did. So but it's a one time, AI is able to understand it's a one time, but it's unavoidable expenses. So, and it's going to some suggestion like how it can be further optimized, like it asking us to do the bulk buying and grocery planning, and it may make a use of home food, because the food this month, the hotel food is cost around 900, so it 2000 rupees. So it's showing some better to avoid how to save the money and all. So right now, this is my remaining plan. I have remaining with my allocator fund right now having around 3405, and it's showing like how it can be further utilized. It's not a hard rule like how to follow that one, but it's just going to give some suggestion like how it can be used. Finally, you can able to download the home report if required, so it will just download it in your local machine and it can be utilized. So now, again, if I coming to my personal AI report, so it's going to analyze our personal spendings, and it going to give like how the personal our expenses looks like, and it makes some suggestion like how it can be used here. So now it's saying like I'll analyze July expenses here, and already we have a good picture on categorized. So it's showing like you can significant recurring payment with bank EMI and friend EMI, and home expenses, and so it's just going to give some benefit, like how we can be optimized, and the repayment, it is it's asking to make your financial improvement. It asking to complete our EMI first, so that there will be it can be used further. And investment, yes, yeah, it giving importance to investment, and like you have made investment in mutual funds, stocks and gold. This is a positive step towards your financial security. So if not, then it is going to give like better to make some investment for our best saving future, and for besting for our best for our future guarantee safety and all. So like it is asking like again T and Sachs to reduce with friends, because it's suggesting social outrage and all. So again, it's going to give some overall recommendation is that like debt management, as I'm paying some EMI and budgeting, create a detailed monthly budget and emergency fund, fund, and instantly let's keep on updating. Just to see like how much where the spend is going. So this is going to give some overall overview of what our spending, and how can we spend and what to spend and where is spend. It's just going to give some overall idea here. So now this is the entire picture of our tracker, and like anyone can use it for their any of their investments, like for home to home or business or anything like here. And another thing is like, you can able to download this kind of an app in your mobile, and you can make that report, or you can you can able to enter your expenses wherever you want. So you don't need to have in desktop. Like this is a mobile friendly, like you can able to download the app in your mobile. It's kind of an app, it's a page downloadable. So you can download the page and keep it in your mobile, and so that you can able to view the entire operation in your mobile. So if you don't need to laptop, you can just if you want for a brief or discussed with 1 month once, like what were happening, then you can able to use the laptop to get an or a desktop to the screen to have a complete idea. So now we come to our database. Right now it's completely a sheet, but it can be uh, you know it can be also an database. We can able to integrate a database to our expense tracker, and that can be used in case if you are having an long time license, or something like that one. Right now, here I'm adding the sheet because it's going to with me for a long time, and I don't need to worry about the any vendor for their when they're going to stop the subscription or something like that. So it's going to give me some benefit. So that is the reason here. So here, if you can see, like I have added an income and I have allocation, like home expenses, which I talked earlier. So I allocated some amount for the allocation, and so this will be actually here, and I have total income of 75,000. So these are the data, whatever we entering there, it will be populated here, and we have the purchase from the reserve here, and the purchase from the savings and investment. So this is kind of a dummy sheet I just created for our demo purpose, and out of our plan, our income, our total expenses available. So everything will be available in our report itself. You don't need to even open our sheet. So this will going to give how much you spent anything here. So by this one, we can able to follow our money. We can understand where our money is flowing, and it's going to give a good report of what is happening and what is flow. So yeah, you can use FET Quest expense tracker to uh, you know um, save your money more, and and we can able to integrate with lot of tools like database or any front end, and it can be valuable. Thanks for watching.